Hi Year 10, Mr. Clark here. So just a quick video to help you with this week's work. The first thing to say, we're looking at quadratics. It is a trickier topic. So if you do really struggle, we will be looking at it maybe in year 11. We'll definitely be doing some work in it on year 11. Just to show you how we create a quadratic, if we got something like this, x plus 4 times by x plus 2, we're going to times everything together. So we're going to times the x by the x to get the x squared, and we're going to times the x by the 2. It gives me 2x. We're then going to times the 4 by x to get 4x, and we're going to multiply 4 by 2 to get 8. Don't put that as 6, put it as 8. Now we're going to tidy that up. So we have an x squared, a 2x and a 4x. They're going to make 6x, and we've got an 8 there. That's one way to expand it. The other way to do it is to put it into one of these little multiplication grids. Have the x and the plus 4 there, the x and the plus 2 there, and then just times everything together. X by x is x squared. X times by positive 4 is plus 4x. X times by plus 2 is plus 2x. 2 times 4 is 8. And then we just look at everything that we've got there. X squared, 6x, and 8. Okay, now what you might notice, and this is the cool thing about quadratics, is that if we look at what we started with, the 4 add the 2 makes the 6. The 4 times by the 2 makes the 8. So if we came down to this one, we could use that same idea. 7 and minus 2 equals 5. So we've got 5x. 7 times by minus 2 is minus 14. So we can put a minus 14 there. And so when we're creating these quadratics, that's kind of what we're doing. We're looking in the brackets, which then means we get to these, which is when we're going to have to work backwards and factorise them. Well, we're just going to do the opposite. What adds together to make 9 and times is to make 18? So add to make 9 and times to make 18. It's always best to look at the timesing one. We've got 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Those are the things that times together to make 18, but only one of them adds together to make 9. This one here. And so that means I'm going to have x plus 3, x plus 6. Okay, this one here adds to make 7, times is to make 10. That's going to be 5 and 2. 5 and 2 is 7, 5 times 2 is 10. And so we'd get x plus 5, x plus 2. These ones are trickier. What works together to make 2 and then goes together to make minus 15? Well, the things that make 15 are 1 and 15, 3 and 5, and what I notice is that 3 and 5 are only different by 2. So that must mean that the numbers are going to be 5 and 3. Now the bigger one is positive because when we add them together we get a positive there in the middle. The final thing to show you, okay, is where you can find the work for today. If you go onto your VLE, and if you go to the resources, and if you go to maths, okay, when you are in maths, if you go to software at the bottom on the VLE, okay, and go down to where it says Collins Higher 2, click on that one. Okay, when you open that, you're going to scroll down. I know it says higher, but that's because quadratics is a new thing that's in for everybody who used to do the old foundation and higher. And these are the textbooks for the old specification, but the questions are good. We're going to click on this one, lesson 6.2, quadratic factorisation. And then basically you've got a whole load of things that are on here, okay? The top one, page 134, okay, that's where you get the example. Page 135 is where you get the questions I'd like you to do. And then at the bottom, as long as you've got Flash Player, is a video that just gives a bit of a method for how you factorise them and lets you know what you need to be aware of and some common mistakes. That's everything. Hope you had a good Easter. Bye.